Hello, people. This is Melissa King, and I'm back to chit and chat with you. So pull up a seat, come on in, hit the like button, subscribe, share me out. We're going to just do some casual conversation and let you get to know me better and have a little fun. So come on in, let's chit chat. Hey, y'all. I'm here. I know. I know y'all probably thinking it ain't I'm here, is where you been. Because I have been uh, just doing a whole bunch of crap. That's all. That's the only reason why I ain't been going live. I hadn't made time. Uh, Consistency, as y'all know, is my biggest issue. I get on the road for a couple of weeks and think I'm doing it, and then next thing you know, I done fell off. So that's exactly what happened. I fell off. But it's the end of the year. Um, and I'm like, okay, go ahead and get started now. Trying to get back into going live because, as y'all know, I have a lot of followers, but I'm not monetized because I don't have the watch hours. And you can't get watch hours if y'all ain't got shit to watch. So that's on me. So I'm gonna try to improve it. When I was getting ready to come on, look, do y'all have that one friend that always think they can fix stuff and it could be something just slightly wrong? They jump in and try to fix it and end up tearing it up. That would be me. That would definitely be me. Because right before we got ready to come on, I'm trying to put my camera up, my phone up on the little stand thing. And it's like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like terribly bad. But um, I just had to make it perfect because I'm a little OCD. Well, I ended up tearing the thing up. So at the last minute, I was trying to fix that. So if the phone pops uh, off the little thingy, just hold on. I'm coming right back. So let me get that out the way. All right, so welcome back. If you're new to my channel, I mainly do, and I'm some of y'all probably seen me in the chat, and I always have, it always says Melissa King, my econ show, and I know a lot of people probably like, what is that? Okay, so as you can see in my little thingy down here, I am a home-based business owner. I have been a home-based business owner since November 17th, 2015. Why do I remember that date? Because that was the date my financial life changed. So, yeah, that was very significant. Hey, the hood table. It is so good to see you. Um, I hate I didn't get back in time to catch y'all the other night when y'all were up on stage. I mean, on live, but it was that last minute before Christmas shopping that I was doing, and you know how that goes. But thank you so much for coming through. Y'all check out the hood table. She has put me on to a lot of game when it comes to having a YouTube channel. She got about 30 channels and all of them get watched because she do a little bit of everything. And my favorite is the cake decorating, simply because I like cake. So there you go. But Hood Table, thank you for coming through. You always been so supportive, and I appreciate you. Oh, and what's the day? Today is the 28th. Somebody got a birthday tomorrow. So happy early birthday to the Hood Table. Um, and I hope, let me see. She said, it's okay. We'll be back together Sunday evening for my birthday. I thought your birthday, well, maybe I did hear you say something about on Deanna's that you had something else going on and y'all were going to celebrate on a different day. But it's the 29th, right? Today is 28th. No, today is 27th. Y'all look over me. I'm just as lost because, this week, first of all, this week threw me off because the holiday was on a Wednesday. So Christmas Day really felt like a Saturday, which made me think it was the weekend. But I only took off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I had to work yesterday and today. So my whole week is just thrown off right now. I don't know what day it is. And the kids not in school. That's my other indication of what day it is, because when the kids are in school, Monday through Friday. If nothing else, Monday and Friday. So Okay, she said 29th, but tonight I'm kicking it with family since one of my sisters have to fly home tomorrow. Understood. Understood. Well, y'all have a good time. I was catching your party clips where y'all were doing the karaoke and stuff on Christmas Day, and I was too tickled because that, especially with the Tootsie Roll, uh, your fam that hit that Tootsie Roll and took it all the way to the back. I was loving it. Okay, so I did try to write down some stuff to keep myself on track because y'all know I'm a rambler. I started rambling and we talking about something and they got way off track. So yeah, I have been live a lot lately. I'm gonna try to get back into it. Um but this whole year has been to sum it up, it's just been a crazy year. It's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, this, that, and other. So that's the only way I can describe it. It's been a mess. I mean, it has some good points and bad points. I turned 50 earlier in the year. A lot of you guys may have came on my 50th live. And it wasn't, I ain't never been one that caring about no numbers. And that's all age is, just a number. So it didn't bother me that I turned 50. Uh, but one thing that I did do, I had to get, usually if you know me, I'm very transparent about my weight and um my illness. Well, yeah, illness because I do have congestive heart failure. So that has made it when I got diagnosed with that in 2020. Ever since, it's been really hard for me to get into exercise, and even when I tried to get into exercise, because if you're familiar with congestive heart failure, you have a lot of fluid. Hey, Demetra. Demetra lit all day is in the building. Now, Demetra, you know what I done figured out, y'all? Most of my favorite content creators, names start with a D. Demetra lit all day, the Hood Table, Deanna Irvin. Well, she's a verbal assassin now, but Deanna Irvin. So yeah, y'all D's got it going on. Okay. Happy holiday. Well, thank you. Thank you for the holiday was good. It was quick, but it was good. I ain't gonna complain. I was back to work Thursday. But anyway, I was just kind of going over how this year I made myself take a real hard look at what I'm gonna do to improve my health since I had this CHF. So, and I'm gonna tell you what really put me over to go ahead and actually do something. When I first moved to this area, I was new at school, and I'm one of them parents. I don't be on top of shit. I don't never know what's going on. So I always identify a fellow parent that's gonna be on top of everything, and that's gonna either text me or call me and say, they gotta do so and so today. We got the book fair today. They got the field trip coming up. So I identified this one friend, and her name was Jackie, and Naya and her, that's my daughter. They got to be good friends. It was third grade. We moved from the Birmingham area to the Huntsville area. And prior to coming here, Naya had been in a private Christian school. So coming into a public school that was 5 times bigger than what she was used to, it was a little bit intimidating. And they always had something going on. So my parent was Jackie for elementary school. So I found out over the summer that Jackie actually passed away. And I had no idea because, once our kids got to middle school, due to the zoning, my daughter had to go here, her daughter went there. So, of course, if you're not really at the same school and everybody got stuff going on, you kind of lose touch. So, I was on Facebook one night and I got a message from Jackie's Facebook page. And the message said, just wanted to let you know my mom passed away. So I knew that Jackie's mom was an older lady because Jackie was 50. She's a couple years older than me, and I'm 50. So I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, And then I realized what she said at the beginning of the post. She was saying, this is Jackie's daughter, Morgan. Well, she didn't say Jackie's daughter, but she said this is Morgan. And so when I realized this, I was like, wait a minute. I said, you talking about Jackie? She was like, yeah, she passed away back in August. Now, this was in July. I hadn't heard nothing about it. She lived right down the street, but people keep to themselves. so they don't always hear everything that's going on. But when I tell y'all that thing hurt my feelings, that hurt me so bad because she was like a really healthy person, and she was always staying on top of me about, because I was friends with her when I first got diagnosed with the CHF, and I was in the hospital, and she was fussing at me about how I was, you gotta eat better, you gotta exercise, you gotta, and she didn't have. So when I asked the daughter what she passed from, she said it was a complication of surgery. So the only thing I could figure is maybe, you know, and I'm always overly cautious about this because my mom, she had knee surgery. She had already replaced her left knee. She replaced the right one over the summer. And she is I'm the only daughter. So at home, she got my daddy and she got, my brothers, but they're not gonna see to your mama like you gonna see to your mom. So I always insist that whenever she has something done, she come back and recuperate over here. Well, one big thing with surgeries like that, especially orthopedic surgeries, is what any surgery in practically. But I was on guard because blood clots. A lot of time you'll have a blood clot or form, and the thing about blood clots is they don't give you any indication ahead of time. Sometimes it just happens, and I was so scared that I was trying to make sure she kept that leg elevated. She was doing everything she needed to do because it's like a silent killer. So anyway, I'm thinking because I know Jackie was fairly healthy. But she did do sports in school. So I said maybe she was going in to do something orthopedic, like a knee replacement or something like that. But either way, I didn't push it because I told her daughter, I was like, if you ever need to talk, you can reach out to me. I'm here for you. Blah blah blah. But yeah, that made me look at things a little differently and feel like because we had so much in common. We were both older parents. We were both, only had the one child and had them late in life. And we both, we just had a lot in common. And for her to just die like that, it did something to me. So that's when I got serious and said, I had gastric bypass 20 years ago, right after I turned 30. And you know, did real well with that. But it was 20 years ago. So, over time, I had a baby. Um, and COVID really is what put the nail in the coffin because I started working from home in 2015. But I was still, when I started working from home, because that's the only reason I didn't want to work from home. I was like, I'm gonna end up gaining this damn weight back. So when I first started working from home, first thing I did was got a gym membership, got a trainer. I did good for a while. Look, I'm a professional quitter. I quit some shit in a minute. So I did good for a little while, and then I fell off. And then when COVID came on, that was the perfect excuse. The gym was closed, this and the other. So anyway, I had, long story short, I gained a lot of the weight back. So I had a hard time finding a doctor that was willing to go back in and do anything else. So I called a couple of places up here, and then I even went back to the original place where I had the surgery done to see, because my thing is with the heart failure, I'm kind of limited on the physical stuff. So if there's something I could do um surgically, in which since I had the bypass, I couldn't do the sleeve. Everybody was doing the gastric sleeve, this and other. So I couldn't do that. And then I tried, everybody got a shot. So I tried the Manjaro, and that shit, I tried it. Insurance didn't want to cover it. So I'm thinking like, what they say, $1,000 for a month subscription, and I wasn't going to spend that kind of money. I'm like, So what I did, there was a manufacturer's coupon because I think the company that does Manjaro is Lilly. So I went on there and did that, and they gave me access to the shot for $25. So I was okay. I'm gonna try it. I did it for like 6 months. I didn't lose but like 15 pounds. So I was like, I'm done with this. I ain't doing it. So I got back on to my, okay, I can do it. Well, after that happened, I had already had a couple of friends to tell me about this company that does weight loss and everything. And they had hey Jill, good to see you. Thanks for popping through. That's Jill's Comfort Zone. Y'all check Jill out. She has a great channel. She always cooking something. And it's fun just to listen to because she's very telly like it is. So it's fun to listen to her. And she's a New Yorker. So but thank you for coming through, Jill. Okay. So what was I saying? Y'all know what my mind back. Okay. So yeah. A couple of I had three different people, and I'm one of them people I believe in science. So I had three different people to tell me about this particular place. The first one was my best friend in Georgia. The second one was my best friend in Charlotte. And then I actually went to Durham, North Carolina back in May because one of my friends was turning 70. So I went to her party. So while I was there, I stayed with another friend that I went to school with. And she was telling me, I just did the she did the sleeve. And she told me what she went to. I said, you know what? Two other people that told me about this place. So she was like, well, I can give you a first hand account. I was completely happy with everything, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay. So yeah, that was in May. Then of course I found out the news about Jackie in July. So that same day, I was like, let me go on and go online instead of evaluation, whatever. So I did that, and I actually got a chance to, talk to the doctor that does the surgery, and he did, and that afternoon. I mean, they weren't wasting no time. So the only thing was because of the CHF and the heart condition, they have two locations. One is in Atlanta, and then the other one is in Cary, North Carolina. So the one in Atlanta is a standalone place, which means, y'all know, it's like just an ambulatory center. But because of my heart condition, they wanted me to do it in North Carolina because they do it there inside the hospital. So if there was any kind of cardiac emergency, I'm already at the hospital. They ain't got to do it, come on in and save my life. So I did that in August, flew out there, had the procedure done, came back, and now it's been a little over 3 months, and I'm down 65 pounds. So um, I'm proud of that because even though, because what they did, they just went back in. Like when you have the gastric bypass, they're just like cutting off. Uh, they're making your stomach smaller. But over the years, it can open back up. It'll start relaxing and opening back up. So I went back and they did a revision, which means that they went in and just basically tightened it back up where it had got loose. But honey, when I tell y'all, I done had a hard time with this damn recovery from this thing. Um, I did fine as long as I was on liquids. But then when I switched over to the point where I was able to take it, take solid foods and stuff, man, I've been throwing up ever since. And like when I had the surgery the first time, I never had no type of complication. I said, I guess my ass is old now. And this is this way of telling me, look, honey. Because even for Christmas, I went up to my mom for Christmas. I had like a spoonful of this and a spoonful of that. I was throwing up from after like maybe 2 hours after I ate till after midnight. So and yeah, it is not fun. But the doctor has assured me that this is coming, and you know, and common sense will tell you if you had it done the first time, and it eventually stretched and was more accommodating, it's gonna do the same thing. But I'm just like, how long? Because right now, basically, what I do for meals every day is protein shakes and maybe some soup or something. And the good part is I'm not hungry, of course, so that's not a big deal. But then trying to work out, I have to make sure um that I work out. Oh, Demetri, no, I didn't get the sleeve. I had gastric bypass back in 2004. So if you've had gastric bypass, they cannot do the sleeve behind it. So what I had to go do is get a revision of the original procedure to you know, tighten up my where it had gotten too relaxed from before. So, oh yeah, girl, that's why I look so good on thumbnail, honey. But yeah, I have been working on, that's why uh I titled it, A Better Man 2025, because I'm like, I gotta do stuff right. I gotta make sure that I get these, keep and the good part is, even though, throwing up and stuff sucks, but I was able to come off of two blood pressure, not blood pressure medicines. I think 2 blood pressure medicines, and I usually have to sleep with a BiPAP because I have OSA, which is the same thing as obstructive sleep apnea. So I haven't had to use that. For the last 4 years, since 2020, I have had to sleep in a recliner in my living room because I have to, because of the heart failure and the fluid and stuff. I had to keep myself elevated. Well, last week I moved back into my room, back in my bed. So you know, things are going good except for the feeling, all that throwing up and stuff. I was telling my mama, she was like, "Well, it doesn't hurt." I said, "No, it feels like it felt when I was pregnant with Night. Because when I tell y'all I had morning sickness, I had all day sickness the whole 7 months that I carried Night, and this is what that feels like. It wasn't a good feeling then, but at least okay, yeah. I was gonna say at least I got something good out of it. I got the baby, but I guess we get something good out of this too because I'm losing weight. But anyway, it is a very miserable feeling to doing all that. So yeah. So anyway, that's the weight loss. Um, I have a high schooler now. Uh, my baby starts school, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, she don't like it. She don't like high school. But I didn't like high school either. Hell, I liked I like school as far as learning, but I always been the little uh, pudgy girl, and everybody else in school was size 2, and I'm in there. Me and the teacher both shopping in Lane Bryant. So high school for me was not that great. It was good. It was okay. But what I can say, and that's what I've been telling her, the best thing about high school is having a buddy. Me and my buddies, we was very lame, very L7. I was nerdy and fat. and so we had our little clique. But the one thing about it is when you got your buddies, even if y'all are just 3 nerds, y'all had the best time ever. Hell, we always laughed. We thought we were funny as hell. We always laughed at our own jokes. Uh, we always had somebody to talk to. And if nothing else, we learned how to talk about folks. Because, honey, uh, that's something that we still get together and do. Get to talk about people. And that's why I don't really, like at high school, it might bother me a little bit when people would make comments and stuff or be mean. Because, you're going to have them mean girls and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, shit, you can't be saying nothing worse about me than I can already say it about you. So I ain't even worried about it. Say what you want. But, I'm trying to teach her that, it's just a lot. And I ain't gonna lie, I was intimidated too. Honey, when I went over there to orientation for her school, this school is huge. And I'm from the country. I went to a very small high school in the country. The whole school had 300 students. That tell you, my graduating class had 26 people. So when she was at the private school, when it was in Birmingham, that was right down my alley because it was real small. I was used to that. That's what I know. We come up here and I go to the school, and like I said, she's going to the 3rd grade, and I'm like, okay, how many 3rd grade classes are y'all gonna have? And she was like, 5. I was like, 5? Now you've been with the same people since kindergarten. One class, and it was probably like 22 or 23 of them. And now she's gonna be thrown in this jungle over here with all of these kids and stuff. So, it it was intimidating. So when, she did good though, kids, they can adapt better than old folks that sit in their ways, because it's definitely what I am, sit in my ways. So for high school, I went over there and I was like, that damn school got a credit union. It is a credit union in the school, y'all. And I'm just like, we didn't even have an ATM machine. Y'all got a whole damn credit union. So they got a credit union in there. They got about, I don't even know that. In my day, if you was going, whether you was going to a basketball game, a school play, or whatever, all that shit was held in the gym. I go up there for her event, and they're like, well, it's in the auditorium. And I'm thinking, gym. They was like, oh no, that's not the auditorium. So they got the auditorium, they got the gym, they got the theater. I'm just like, you know what, y'all doing way too much for me. And when we went up there for orientation, and everything is upstairs, downstairs, and you got this part and that part. And I said, compared to where you going, I went to school with Laura Engel in the little house on the prairie classroom, measured up to where you at, because this a whole nother level. This like college. So I be like, I'm here for you if you need me. Call me in for reinforcement. But I don't know nothing about no high schools like this. And then when she was in middle school, because our town was so small, we just had elementary and high school. Now in sixth and seventh grade, in elementary school, you were on a different hall. And I guess that was supposed to be their version of middle school. But once you finished at the elementary school, you went straight to high school in eighth grade. So when they started talking about middle school, I said, I sure no can't relate to that. I don't know nothing about no middle school. So yeah, she's still, she gonna get used to it. She ain't got no choice. Okay, next thing, business promo. So y'all know by trade. Well, I don't want to say by trade because I got a regular foreign ass 9 to 5. But anyway, my home based business is the business that I actually enjoy. And Demetra is in here. She allowed me to go on her channel last year and promote our holiday promo. Well, we're doing it again. This time you can get started in a home-based um financial education business for $9.95, under $10. And that's just a holiday promo. And what do you get with this business? Because a lot of people be like, well, what do y'all do? And I was like, we just share information about the best product in the world that nobody can go without, which is money. Everybody needs money. Everybody needs to know about money. And speaking of Deanna Irvin, she and I are gonna be doing. I hit her up yesterday because I was on her live yesterday morning, and they got to talking about stocks and different investment stuff. And I told her, I said, I was laying in the bed asleep, but I had the phone on, and then I heard something about money, and I was like, "Bring, you called?" That's for me to, so I jumped on to put my comment. I was like, I heard money. I said, that's my favorite subject. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna post it. It's gonna be Sunday evening. I'm on Central Time here, so it'll probably be around 5, maybe 6 o'clock. But you know, I'm gonna post it in my on my community wall. I hadn't did the post yet. But yeah, she has a lot of knowledge on, and this was something that drew me to her too. When I first started listening, of course, if y'all know the verbal assassin, she earned her name. She ain't playing no games with you. But what drew me to it was I would hear her on her lives give tips, about different things. So what she was talking about yesterday was like purchasing land in your state. That through the I forgot what she called it, but I'm gonna let her. We're gonna get together. Hey, Candy Cane, it is so good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Um, we're gonna get together and talk about some financial stuff because she really is knowledgeable when it comes to. And one thing I'm gonna say, and this can be a pet peeve with me. People will judge you by what you look like, what you sound like, and what I'm saying by that is I post a lot of financial information, and I get bullshit in my comments like, you know, stuff that you probably don't even know what a budget is, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, do not overlook your blessing because you trying to judge the message. If I'm telling you something that can help you financially, don't worry about I got a southern accent. That don't mean that. That don't mean I don't know what I'm talking about. But a lot of people will pass you up. And I say that because Deanna is another one of my southern sisters. We neighbors down here because I'm in Alabama. And she's in Mississippi. So that's a pet peeve. People will judge you based on what you sound like and just overlook the information altogether. And I always just say that's your law. So anyway, right now we're doing the promo. And I just jotted down a few things that the business is like. It is a step-by-step strategy session for you to get where you want to be financially. So I can't tell you the same thing that worked for me is going to work for you. But check out my channel. Let me put this back. my business partner Tony, and y'all sub to Tony. I pinned his YouTube link. Tony has good information, and he will go live or post videos every day. My ass, you get him every blue moon, but he is very consistent and he's fun. You know, he believes in entertaining and educating. But let me show you. We do a thing called, here it is. I just played this real quick.
Welcome to the Controlling Cash Flow and Credit Club, where we talk home-based business, income shifting strategy, and credit repair with your host Melissa King, my econ, and Tony of the Tony Clopton Show. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave us a comment. Now let's do this.
Okay. So that's a little clip for, you know, what we do. Now I ain't gonna lie, we didn't feel all bad. We used to come on religiously every Tuesday and Thursday and talk about you know, different financial things and telling you about our business and what we can do, you know, what it offers and everything. So sub to Tony if you can. He's been trying to get to 1,000 followers for about 5 years. And he had, you know, he ain't quite mad there, but he's just appreciative for who does follow. So that's why I pinned his link up there. But we talk about things like, okay, it's about to be the first of the year, right? If you work a 9-to-5 job, the new financial year is gonna start, of course, January 1st. So what we promote is everybody needs to do a financial checkup, like a paycheck checkup. And what I mean by that is, you know, they have this W-4, and we always talk about with the W-4. The thing of it is, nobody explains to you how to fill it out. Now, I had about 15 different jobs because I changed jobs like I changed clothes. And every time I had to work, like when I first started, it would be they give you this little slip of paper about this big, and it had like 7 things on it, and you put whether you were single or how you was gonna, you know, whether you found as a single or whatever, and it had some other stuff on there, and then you just signed. Didn't have no clue what that form was for. If you ask somebody in HR, the only thing they gonna what I've ran into is, well, how many kids you got? I'm like 0. Well, then put 0. I'm like, what that got to do with this? You know, they're not gonna answer no questions. And then, you know, come find out, a lot of them don't answer the question because they don't know the answer. And you know, and that's not a bad thing, because one thing I always say, now I went to school and got my bachelor's from UAB in health information management. So healthcare is my wheelhouse. Finance, even though they had us take a darn we had taken accounting class and something else. I didn't learn shit in there. But they ain't trying to teach you what they teach you in those classes in school is just general stuff, because they're not gonna teach you how to get out there, start your own business. Because think about it, and this is me and my conspiracy theories. Think about it. If they teach everybody how to start a business, who gonna work at their business they got? So it's like not a big thing. They'll maybe do a chapter on it, like LLC or something like that, but they're not gonna give you no real details. So I didn't have a whole lot of financial background. All I knew is my credit was bad and I was making good money, but the taxes was eating up my check. That's all I knew. And you know, it's funny. One of the guys that's a part of my business, he was kind of like our I guess guru or upline, whatever you want to call it. But he said something, and he was like, you don't know what you don't know. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That make a whole lot of sense. How can you know if you don't know it? So if you don't know it, you may not know to ask the questions about it. So, and that's how I was. People get talking about finance stuff and start asking me questions, and I'm like, I don't want to sit up here like I'm dumb and I don't know nothing. You know, you got a college degree, they're gonna expect you to know something. So somebody might ask me something like, do you do the loan form? And I'm looking at them like, do you do loan form? If they say yeah, I say yeah. If they say no, I say no. I ain't no long form word. But this business has taught me so much stuff. So we talk about the W-4 because the W-4 is you telling them how much taxes to take out of your check. And a lot of people don't think they can tell people that, but you tell the IRS or the government that, but you can. But there are consequences. Like if you tell them, don't take nothing out, I want all my money. Oh, they're going to do it. But come the end of the year, they're going to hit you with a tax bill and tell you, look, this is what you owe us. And you're like, they're like, we told you could tell us, but we didn't tell you we weren't going to get our money. Okay? So that part was new to me. Like, how can I tell them how much to take out? So anyway, I'm not going to get into all that because that's not this type of live, but I just wanted to give you a little example of what we do. So with the business, it comes with a credit repair kit. It comes with online marketing. So if you have another business and you want to market for that, you can use the same tools to create your ads, your videos, anything you want to do. That comes with it. You have access to, if you're a person that does travel. I'm not one, but there are people. It was a big breakout of these travel businesses a few years back. So we have one of those too, if that's what you're into. But I'm not a travel person, so I have it, but I don't really use it. But that's just me. Okay, and so let me see what else. That's pretty much it. That's the general of it. If you want to see what we talk about, we usually go from 30 minutes to an hour. Go to Let's Talk Finance with Melissa and Tony on my page. I got the playlist. We've been doing these videos now for like 4 years. So it's plenty of good stuff in there. Plenty of us acting a fool because we do that. I'm one of them people. I'm hardly ever serious. If I'm serious, something wrong because I like to have fun. My theme for my life is too short not to have fun. And I tell my daughter all the time, when you learn to laugh at yourself, that is when it's not as bad. Because I done made mistakes and messed up stuff left and right. But I learned to be able to not take myself so seriously, learn from whatever it was, and move on. Because life is just too short to be stressed and serious all the time. Now, the only time I get serious is when it comes to disrespect. Do not disrespect me or my family or whatever. That's when you're going to see this me go away and the other me going to come through. And so, yeah. But for the most part, very lighthearted, like to be silly. Speaking of which, I'm going to share this with you. Demetria shared it on her channel, but I was up one night, because if y'all are familiar with King George, he has this song called Too Long. And I love the song. I like the music. I like the way it sounds and everything. But what was bothering me when I would be singing it, I'll be like, I don't know if I agree with all that. Because he be talking about how, in the song, he's saying, he's finally found this right person. He's saying when he go out, he can't stay too long because he got to get back home to his person and blah, 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 blah. And I'm all for relationships for other folks, but that ain't where my head is. So I ain't finna sit up and be singing along on no song where they talk about having somebody at your house and you can't stay out long because you got to get back home. That's just not my testimony. So I was feeling silly, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do a remix. So I did the remix to that song for the Happily Single version. So I'm playing it for y'all. And this is just me putting up because that's what I like to do. Hey y'all, I'm in a silly mood. So I decided to do a little remix because I love this song, but I can't get with the words. So let me know what y'all think of my rendition. Yeah. I might not have everything, but what I got is just enough. I'm living my single life. I'm not trying to be booed up. I work hard and pay my bills. I don't splurge on stupid stuff. My peace of mind is everything, and I'm not trying to mess that up. Now my friends, yeah, they ask me, don't you get bored or even lonely? They say you need don't care what they say. I entertain a little company every now and then, but they can't come here to stay. You can't stay too long, cause they hear you not moving. I like having my own space, not intrusion. I got a good thing going on, and I'm not trying to lose it. You can't stay too long, boy, you gotta get moving. All right, y'all, that's the remix. What y'all think? All right, y'all. Yeah, that's just the acting city. Now, that right there is what I enjoy. Acting a nut and having somebody to cut up with. And that's why I love my partner, Tony, because he just as crazy as I am. And we tend to have a good time. So I think what I'm going to do when I do come on, we got so many skits and stuff. On our way out, on my outro, not on this one, but I'm going to start sharing, just some of the skits that we've done or that I've done. I had one I was trying to find to share with y'all today because y'all know now if you now Jill, tell me if this is a thing up in because I always say everybody in the city got folks in the country. So tell me, is this a New York thing too? Because I did this little skit where I was talking about my mama don't play about them bad luck days. Okay. So today is Friday, the last Friday, and I'm surprised she ain't called me because she's supposed to be on top of it. This is the last Friday in the old year. And honey, when I tell you her and her sisters ain't playing no games about that, I wish you would turn a washing machine on today. You're gonna find yourself excommunicated from your family because if you wash some clothes today, what is it? She always tell me the last Friday in the old year, the first Friday in the new year, the last day in the new year, and the first day in the new year. You cannot wash. So don't even, because what they believe is you're gonna be washing somebody out of your family. And so, and I'm not trying to make a joke about this, but then again, I kind of am. We had a death in the family recently, and my cousin texted me a couple of days ago. And she was like, because my mom, are sisters, and she was like, Mom and I already started about these wash days, and I was like, girl, I said, uh, you sure enough can't watch that now because our cousin passed away. I was like, they're gonna be right here trying to figure out who was washing that got pea head up out of here in a minute. So you better not go towards no washing machine. You never knew that. Yeah, Demetri, my mama is very old school. And yes, hey Purple Peach, it is so good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, Demetri, my mama is real old school. She one of them, you got to have your black eyed peas and your collard green on New Year's Day. And I'm just thinking, come on, those been eating black eyed peas and collard greens for years and they ain't shit changed. So what, you gonna get a special bean this time? I'm not doing that. No. Now in my house, I will wash, but I and in the skit I'm doing, I was on the phone with her and she was like, and I had started on some clothes. She was like, I know that ain't no washing machine. You run it. So yeah, I'm gonna post that on my community wall. But yeah, my mom don't play about them superstitions. Oh, thank you, Jill. Yeah. It was my cousin passed away. And he it was cirrhosis of the liver. He wasn't even, was he 40? I don't even think he was 40, but it was one of those things where, you have to make choices that's going, they warned him for years to stop drinking. So it's about choices. And, my heart just went out to my aunt because she had just lost her husband. She lost her husband 3 years ago. Then she lost a grandson last year, and then she lost her youngest son um, Sunday before last. So, we went by to see her on Christmas Day, and she seemed like she's doing pretty good. But yeah, we ain't supposed to touch no washing machine, not around now. So I would not. But you know what? I ain't superstitious. But I'm telling you what, I washed all my clothes Tuesday night, so I guess I am a little bit superstitious. I guess. But anyway, Yeah, Queen Esther. She my mama. That's my mom. Now, my mom's name is Queen, and she married a king, so her name is Queen King. And yes, every time I go to the doctor and I put down who is my contact person, they're like, "Is this for real?" I was like, "Yes." Her name is Queen, and she did marry a king. Yeah. But anyway, um, so that's it for. And oh, the other thing I was gonna do was just kind of give y'all a highlight of some of my other playlists that you may want to check out. Um, I have a podcast, which we didn't. Well, when I tell you, I done fell off on stuff. I ain't playing. I done fell off on a lot. Uh, I have a podcast with my daughter, and it is called Captivating Casual Conversations with Mel Nya. Now, at the time we started, I think she was 13. She's 14 now, and I was about to turn 50. So we just kind of have like life conversations like stuff. So if you get a chance, go over, check out that playlist. Another playlist is Money Decision Story Time. Now, this one is just, and I wanted to do story times, but I wanted to do it in a way where it was kind of funny and relatable. So, but at the same time, educational. So these story times are gonna be either it could be some good stories about money, or it could be some bad. Like I told you, I'm not perfect. I done messed up a lot, but I learned to laugh at myself. But some of the things I was going through on these stories were like terrible, bad things that I just didn't know about. So yeah, I come out embarrassing on some of them. And another philosophy I have about life is I don't tell stories where I come out looking bad. But there's one caveat. I will do it if I think somebody can learn from it. So look, y'all check them out because you ain't gonna hear me talking about that stuff too often. Okay. Um, and other playlists, like I was saying at the beginning, this is the playlist for Let's Talk Finance with Melissa and Tony. And we strictly talk about, we have a down to earth conversation about money and things you can do and tips and all that stuff that you may not know. Because our thing is we just want to see people grow. And we like using YouTube because a lot of people don't even realize. Of course, they know if they get a 1099 that they have a business, but they don't think about you know all of the things that all the money they're leaving on the table by all the money they're leaving on the table by not knowing the advantages of having your business. And we try to share stuff like that because I had to call yesterday about I religiously uh, go out, go over my bank statements, credit card, PayPal. I go through all of it at least once a week to see if anything look crazy. So I found something on there earlier this week where they had taken out $36 for an app. Now, mind you, I write my apps off because when I use Canva or what's the other one? Shit, my mind bad. But the other one where you can edit your videos and stuff, I go ahead and join the premium memberships because that's a write-off. Because I use those apps to promote my business, my channel, all that stuff. I write it off. So, a lot of content creators may not know that. And they may know that because look at big content creators like T.S. Madison. Every time I clicked on her stuff, she got millions of views. So of course, she's getting money from that. And I'm sure, that's not a good example because from what I know about Tia Madison, she's serious about her money. But you have some content creators that may not know that they're leaving money on the table because they could be writing off and getting tax deductions on certain things that they use to help keep their channel going. If you have a cooking channel, you probably if that's something that you're doing as a business, whatever supplies you need for that, hey, you should be writing that off if it's a part of your business. So, the great thing about our business is that we do everything um, based on IRS publications. So anything that you learn from us, it is going to be something that you can look up yourself. But the owners of the company, and it is MLM, multi-level marketing, meaning now we sell products, but at the same time, you get a little incentive for bringing people in. But what I like about our thing is, if you come in, you ain't gotta stay. If you feel like you don't want to do this right now. But what I like about this holiday promo for $10, you can get in for 30 days. You can look around. I always compare it to buying a car. You kick the tires, you take it home, drive it, see what all the features are, the amenities. And then if you feel like, I don't want this car, just quit. Just whatever. But because my thing is, I don't want anybody to do anything or spend any unnecessary money if they don't have to. But I wholeheartedly promote this because I know there's so much stuff out there that people don't know. And, people will listen to a bad resource before they listen to somebody that might know what they're talking about. They'll listen to their homegirl who don't even have a job about how to do something on the job. But they won't listen to somebody that's been working there for 30 years to try to give them some advice. And I can say that because my mama hard headed like that. My dad has his doctorate in nursing. Been a nurse since the 70s. If my mama get hurt, she'll call her sister before she asks my dad for any advice. And I'll be like, looking at her like, really? Really? But hey, you know how people do that. If you know it, it ain't the same. And I figured that out because even with this business, I do better with a cold market, meaning people that I don't know, that I'm just meeting through Facebook or a post I put on TikTok and YouTube. Now I get more respect from them than I get from the people I grew up with or that's in my family. But then Tony broke it down to me one day and he was like, you know what, you gotta think about it. These folks knew you when your credit was messed up and you was borrowing money from them and this and the other. They ain't finna look at you like financial genius. They was around you. And I was like, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. So when I thought about it like that, I was like, okay. But I'm like, well, shit, I've been doing this shit for since 2015. And the crazy part is, I've been doing this from 2015 and I have not quit. When I tell y'all I'm a professional quitter, I quit something in a minute. I quit the gym. I quit a diet. I quit I quit my husband. I'm divorced. Uh, I quit a job in a minute. So the longest before this job I got now, the longest I stayed on a job for me usually is 3 to 4 years max because I get to a point where I'm just ready to move on. So for me to have been doing this here for going on 15, 9 years, going on 10 years, it's a testament because I don't stay with nothing, but it's like the information is good. It's been a blessing to my finances. Speaking of investments and stuff, the business also comes with investment training. Now, I ain't no Charles Schwab or nothing like that, but I've learned enough to know what questions to ask. And since doing that, I've set up several mutual, money market accounts. I got IRA set up in addition to my regular job, 401k, because like I said, I ain't no financial genius. I was funding the money for many, many, many years. Hey, you gotta chill. Thank you so much for coming through. You know what? I really enjoyed listening to you ride with that music playing the other day. When we was there Saturday, because I had to work Saturday. But when I saw you was live and you were playing music, that helped me out. They got me on through for a little while. But yeah, yeah, no. What was I saying? Anyway, I honestly don't remember what I was saying. It's 50 kicking in. But yeah, it's a good. We just like to help people and see people grow. So if you're open to it, fine. If you're not open to it, fine. But the good part about it is, for this business, whether I talk to people and they want to get involved and get the knowledge or not, I'm still doing what I need. to have a home-based business, because the only thing that's required for you to have a home-based business, according to the Internal Revenue Service, is you have to have proper record keeping. And this company comes with a system that teaches that where you can upload. And I'm going to share some of that stuff with y'all later on too. But you'll see more of that on the Let's Talk Finance channel. It's called a cash flow manager, and it helps you set up all of your business expenses and everything, so that when it's time to do your taxes, it's already in there. You've already got pictures of your receipt. It's already categorized, so it makes life a whole lot easier, you know. So that's a good thing. Oh, I know what I was talking about before. I was talking about the investment stuff. Yeah, with the investment stuff, I learned enough to be able to set up or improve, because even with my accounting work, now I think about this. When you start a job and you got orientation, and like I said, I did this a lot, change jobs, it is. You know, at orientation, one of the last things they do is go over the 401k and the retirement. At this point, you done been here since 8 o'clock in the morning. You done heard about 50 boring ass presentations about stuff that ain't even got nothing to do with what you was hired for. You done watch some videos, and at the end, they want to bring this out to you when your brain already on this last sale. So usually, people don't ask a lot of questions. They take the information. They don't know, anything. And I was right in there with them. So, and because my thing was, I was big about when I left the job, instead of rolling it over, shoot, I cash that money out. I was like, shoot, I'm still young. I got plenty of time to get a retirement. Next thing I know, I was 40. I was like, I ain't really young no more. I'm about to do something. So with this business, I got in and got a strategy and figured out how to play catch up. And when I tell y'all, I am really playing catch up, because since I turned 50, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna be 65. Oh, you know it. I got to step my game up. So it was really, yes, you got to. I hate orientation. Ugh, it's always so dry and boring and long. So yeah, I got with a financial advisor, and he helped me update my 401k for the job, because you can go in there and adjust that too, but a lot of us don't touch it because we don't know what it is. Like what it used to be for me, I would get a statement from whoever every quarter, and the only thing I did with that darn statement was look at my gains or my losses. They give you a list of all the companies you're invested in, and it all just looks like whatever. So that was my extent of what I did with knew about my 401k. So after starting this business, I was able to revamp it a little bit, make some changes, and it's helped, but I'm still way behind. You know, I be kicking myself all the time, because I was like, if I knew and that's why we stay on top of the younger people. If I knew at 18 and 21 what I know now about money, I'd probably be retired already. Because I done wasted so much money on stuff and made so many stupid. That's why I say that money making decision. It talks about a lot of the stupid stuff I did money wise that now I'm quick to tell folks about. So anyway, yeah, that's the whole business part. And I think, listen, I have anything else on my list. I think that's it. So thank y'all for coming in and hanging out with me. Let me go through and look at some of the comments, because I've been so busy running my mouth. Thank y'all for your condolences. We have Demetria said, y'all, they having chitlins, black eyed peas, pork chops, and greens. So that must be for New Year's. Demetria. That sound like typical New Year's in my mama's house. Purple peas. Oh yeah, I did see that y'all were doing highlight your comments on her channel last week. They did some they do a lot of crafting, so they did a Christmas decorating, like creating ornaments with crafting stuff. And so that's really cool. If you're into crafting, you probably want to check that out. And she says that they are doing one for Valentine's, so I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of cute ideas. Everything I've seen crafting wise on here with Ronnie Q and her I think the first one was the wreath, and then this time it was the centerpieces, fall centerpieces, and they did the ornaments. So I think you guys just kind of rotate channels, don't you? Because I heard, I saw where y'all were on Just Read My Books channel, and y'all were doing the snow globes, making snow globes, and I thought that was so neat because I would have never thought to do that. They took like a wine glass and or what do you mean wine? I guess you call it a wine glass and turned it upside down, and they created a little you know how you get the little Christmas themed ornaments or figures and put it under there, and then they put a candle on top. Uh, so it turned that regular drinking glass into like a candle holder with a Christmas thing in there. I thought that was so neat. So check out Jill's Comfort Zone because they do that over there. Let me see what else that means. Okay, let's talk about that. Oh yeah, okay, Jill. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I just need to do the flyer for me and Deanna when we talk Sunday. So because she's been on the show before. If you go to my Let's Talk Finance when we first got started, I think back in 2021, I had Deanna on the show as a guest, and she talked to us about you know, the land stuff then, and we enjoyed having her on. So that's what made me reach back out to her again because she definitely is knowledgeable when it comes to that. Yes, familiarity breeds contempt. You are so right, Demetria. Because when people know you for one thing, to them, that's all you're gonna ever be. I don't care if you done changed, you done grew up, got a better job, you still gonna be that same old person. And look, that's why I tell my daughter, I tell you, because she's a teenager now. And you know how they go through that phase where you have to fuss at them about making sure they got deodorant on and this, that, and the other. And I told her, I said, let me tell you something. It was people that I went to school with in elementary school. I when I see them today, if they were known for having body odor or being musty, I don't care what kind of high powered job they have, how much education they got. It's you still stinking Susan or whatever they called you in school. I said people do not forget that type of stuff. So I'm saying I'm telling you now, make sure you keep yourself clean and first because I know people now. When I see them, I'm like, oh, she is in the bed. You know, stuff like that. So yeah, familiarity does breed contempt. I 100% agree with that. Okay, let me see what other comments I made. Oh yeah, red ball. I mean red ball. Yeah, you got to chill. You can red ball. We talked about a little bit of everything. This, like I said, these lives. Whenever you see the chit chat, usually it's just I'm just shooting the shit and allowing people to kind of get to know me as a content creator outside of the financial stuff. So let me see. What else I missed? Okay, you gotta chill. Say Jill is my fave when it comes to crafting. Yep, I do agree, and I enjoyed. She also does like the poetry contest, which our very own Demetria did all day. Was in the chat. Won, I believe she did. She was the one who won, right? This last one, and I did go back and watch that. Demetria is when it comes to challenges, she is very good. I have been watching her for years, and I don't care what the challenge is. I've seen her in cooking challenges. I've seen her in costume challenges. I've seen her in, what other challenges they do? It's always some challenges, and whatever it is, if she doesn't win, she is up there, as far as like in the top three, whatever. And Purple Peach, she does very good with challenges too. But they had a Halloween challenge, and she did. Purple Peach, what was your costume? Just because I said that. Oh, it was Edwina Silverhand. I mean, it was good, really, really good. And Demetria won that one too, because Demetria she was Bridget from Bridgerton. So we got some really creative people out here that do a lot of stuff. So y'all check those channels out. like I said, you gotta chill. Got me through my work on Saturday because I was in the car. I felt like I was in the car with her, riding and listening to some old school. Um, I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, I think I didn't recognize everybody. And yeah, so yeah, don't forget the hood table birthday. It's actually on the 29th, but she said she's doing it live on Sunday. And let me tell you, I used to hang out with the hood table every Friday night. And it actually felt like I was at her house kicking it with her because that's just how down to earth it was. And everybody had their little drink and they take a shot, every hour and just talk about anything. Friday night was called Friday Night Live, and you can talk about whatever you want, and no subject was off limits. So it was fun because the conversation always took a crazy turn, and the more shots we took, the more fun the conversation got. So check out the hood table and Candy Cane. Thank you for coming through. Now I have not. Candy Cane, do you do content? Because I don't think I've ever been to your channel. If not, I would definitely go there today and subscribe and see what you got going on. But I know Candy came from Demetrius chat because I see her in Demetrius chat all the time. So let me know if you have a channel because I'll definitely check it out and subscribe. So anyway, I think that's everybody. I appreciate y'all so much for coming through. Please like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share me out. I ain't the most interesting person in the world, but I usually got something to talk about. It may not even be nothing nothing you interested in, but I will still talk about it. So anyway, thank y'all for coming through. I guess I'll see. I'm pretty sure everybody is in this chat. I'll see y'all on the YouTube streets at some point today, and be on the lookout for when I share the flyer for me and Deanna or Verbal Assassin when we go live on Sunday to talk about business. So bye y'all. Have a great rest of the week.